Hey guys, Waddler-D here. This is an update video, and yes, you are reading that correctly. It does say the death and rebirth of this channel. And yeah, this channel, I would like to say, is like a car right now, and the car is pretty much on its last wheels. And it sucks, because I pretty much have been on this channel for a good 5, 6, 7 years, but for the past couple years, this car just doesn't seem to want to go. And it's kind of my fault, honestly, because I've just been having. Well, it's not that I've been having issues, it's just that life just makes it all the more difficult to focus on some of the things. And this is one of those things that I haven't been focusing on, unfortunately. However, I'm starting to realize how important it is. There's a bit of me in these videos, there's a bit of me in this channel, because I've been working on this thing for so long. It would be kind of weird to just let it go to the junkyard, essentially. So I'm trying to bring it back, guys, and I'm trying to look at it in a more realistic way. That's been the biggest issue here, is that I've been looking at this channel like I can do anything, but only to realize, wow, this takes time and energy. Yeah, it takes a fair amount of time and energy, something that I had more of in the past, and now I'm like, oh boy. Not to mention the mindset that I once had has changed dramatically from what it is now. For instance, I had a lot more focus towards this thing because originally this channel was made for the reason of showing off Super Mario RPG Revolution. That's not so much the case anymore, because it's like once that has come out, it makes me wonder, what do I do next? And that's where this is pretty much at now. I mean, still I have to finish that thing, but I will be getting to that shortly. Basically, I'm trying to get a plan down so I can get through this really dark phase of this channel, because if this keeps going, this channel is going to die out. No question. And I don't want it to happen. So I need to start figuring out what I want to do with this channel. And already I've been getting a couple of thoughts in my head. Games these days, for example, are not like they were in the past. If anything, games now certainly geared to certain audiences, obviously. They weren't just something that was thrown out there, which makes it kind of interesting, honestly, because the whole gaming as a whole, or gaming as a whole, has just evolved. In the past, like, say, for instance, on the Atari or the NES, you really just were going off of what you saw on the game box or the. I mean, there wasn't really a big definitive thing. Like, RPGs were few and far between, for example. Open world was never a concept that anyone had in their head. And it was just a very different feel to it as it is now. Now we have very diverse genres. We have very clear genres. And then whenever something new comes around and mixes those genres around, we'd like, hey, it's like this and that and that. So it's like it's kind of interesting to see how that goes. And that's what I kind of want to make this channel about, is that through the thick and thin of it and the evolution, there are some games that just have a lot of heart and soul put into them. And there's some other games that are empty shells just waiting to get people's money. And honestly, I want to try to help the consumer out. I want to try to help parents out in picking a game that might help or might be a good gift for somebody. I mean, it's really hard to know what to pick and choose. And honestly, there are some games out there that you think, oh man, that sounds really cool. Valkyrie Revolution? Yeah, I would like to play that. Put it in the frickin' system, and you get something nothing, in fact, nothing that you would expect. And that kind of pisses me off because when you get games that are just shells of their former selves, trying to act like what they once were but aren't, it makes you just want to throw that disc out the window or the cart into the freaking trash can because it's like, wow, I just wasted money and I could get some of it back, but God forbid GameStop's going to give me like $2 for this game. So it's that kind of stuff that I want people to kind of watch out for because they are just some really questionable games out there. And I feel that's going to be this channel's main approach because honestly, it's only going to get worse and worse. We've already had some big hype games just flat out suck and nothing to show for it. And honestly, I want to try to figure out the ones that are just bad or it's ones that you should avoid versus the ones that are really good and really have a lot of heart and soul put into it. What I mean by heart and soul is that the gamer developers cared about who they were giving the game to. So that's kind of one thing I'm really figuring out. Another thing is I need to understand how much time I can put towards this channel because time is not on my side anymore. I have a lot less time than I once thought I did. Like, for instance, job, hanging out with friends, etc., etc. All these things coming together. It's really hard to find a balance sometimes. And at this point, I'm trying to find that balance and include this into that balance because I want to keep doing this. Plain and simple. So that's another thing I'm trying to figure out. Another big thing that I need to start doing is unfinished business needs to start getting done. Because unfinished business is going to just keep weighing me down until it's out of the way. For example, the Super Mario RPG Revolution ROM hack, that needs to get done. I'm tired of looking at it. I'm tired of seeing people tell me about the issues with it. It's just like I want to get that product out of the way in good order, etc., etc. I just want to get it squared off. So I'm going to be focusing a good amount of my time for the rest of this year to get that finished. Because it can't sit anymore. It's really, really bugging me. So that's going to be one of the main reasons why my Let's Play activity is going to be dropping to a minimum. Because if I don't get that done, then it's just going to keep nagging me. At the same time, I need to also think about how to put my effort and time towards Let's Plays. Because honestly, it's really hard to commit that time. But I really want to try to get stuff out there for you guys to watch, learn, and even laugh at. Because, God forbid, I'm not the funniest person on the planet. Nevertheless, it's just something I want to do. So, I need to focus on how to make this all happen. And if I do this, hey, this channel will start puttering along without any issues because I want to make it a habit, I want to make it a good habit, and I just want to keep consistent with it because consistency has been this channel's biggest problem for the longest time, either in quality, content uploads, etc. It's been just all over the damn place. So I just am letting it out, guys. I just am getting all that frustration, all the just agony from this, because I know I'm letting you guys down too, which makes it suck more. So here's the plan. As stated before, Let's Play activity will be drawn to a minimum. I'll try to focus on maybe one that needs to get done, but if I can, I'm going to try to stream the rest. For example, I've already covered ActRaiser 2 as a whole, because while it was fun trying to do all that stuff, I didn't want to think about that game anymore. Would you blame me? So, what I'm going to also do along with that is that there's going to be regular stream activity. I will say Sunday at 3 p.m. is basically my best time. But if there are other times, I will let you guys know. So if anything's announced, expect a stream. So that's going to be there. Stream footage, aka like stream recordings that I managed to actually remember to record, will be uploaded Monday through Friday, starting tomorrow. Because honestly, a lot of people really enjoy the Arctic Fantasia. I'm still kind of shocked at that somewhat. So I'm going to continue getting on that and not disappoint you guys there. But I'm also got other games to stream or to upload. For example, ActRaiser 2. Might as well get that game out of the way. And yes, Valkyria Chronicles showed up too. Not that I can say this game's anything but lame at times, but it still needs to get out there. And finally, as I said before, gonna start on the Super Mario RPG Revolution work. Though, there is another thing that I want to talk about. I am trying to figure out my next game to stream after we get done, or during the time we're playing Valkyria Revolution. We're kind of do like a 2-game stream sort of thing. And what I was thinking is like, well, I have these 10 games I really want to play, but I can't really decide from them. So I'm going to give you guys a choice. And yes, I'm going to let this video stay, or this straw poll stay around until Sunday. Might even keep it up until the end of this month, depending on how we're going to do this stream. Exactly, where we could stick with Valkyria Chronicle or Revolutions the whole time, or kind of do a blend of both, because I've noticed that overexposure to Valkyria Revolution can cause some people to fall asleep, well, at least type out themselves falling asleep, or just the fact that the game really has poor pacing at times, but it might be getting better. I don't know yet. But I'm just going to leave it out there, guys. I want you guys to vote on which ones you want. And also, I'm going to try to get you guys a humongous list of games that I will be playing in the future. So, hope you guys enjoyed this update video. And hope you understand that I am trying my damnedest to get this thing back up and running. Because it's really hard to juggle 3 balls, apparently. At least for me. So, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening as well. Have a great day, and adios.